Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miss back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are here again for yet another Philadelphia Flyers franchise mode. We are here in the postseason again. I'm pretty excited about this one, just for the fact that this very well could be Closure's final season, which obviously will suck whenever we come around to that, but we'll see what happens, of course. And you know what? We've got a lot of stuff we need to do in the off season. We've got some stuff we need to do now, so I'd say we get right into it. Just a quick little reminder of what our team looks like. Here we go. So Westcott, Patrick, and Konechny, that's not going to change. Frost, Couturier, Farabee, also not going to change. Reese, Giroux, and Stasiak also did not change. Then Hadfield, Rupstov, and Comtois also did not change. And then defensively, Provorov with Myers, Bouchard with Morozov. Obviously, a big acquisition we got from Minnesota. And then Ghost and Honka. And then goaltending, of course, Carter Hart will continue to be the starter. Hopefully we won't have to fall on Wilcox, but if we have to, we most definitely can. Obviously he's not the greatest, but anything can happen, of course. So now let's go take a look at what the Rangers look like, and it'll be very interesting this season because this will be the first time in a long time that we don't have home ice advantage throughout the postseason. So very interesting forward core. I would definitely have some different lines than what they currently have, but what do I know about making a good team? Artemi Panarin on the top line with Victor Rask, who's an 81, and Patrick Kane, who is an 84 overall now. Then Capo Caco on the second line with Philip Hedl and Alexis Lafreniere. Then Yaroslav Likachev, Tyler Pitlick, and Brennan Gallagher on the third line. Then Vitaly Kravtsov, Shane Bowers, and Julien Gauthier on the fourth line. So pretty solid forward core. Defensively, doesn't really get much easier. Keandre Miller with Brant Clark, pretty good top pairing. Oliver Ekman-Larsson with Jamie Inglis, who he's going to be good. Nikita Zadorov with Marcus Pettersson. So a very good team. And goaltending, Elvis Merzlikins is the goalie. He struggled in the postseason last season. Doesn't mean he will this year, though. So there we go. And I guess it's time to get into the postseason. The Rangers struggled heading into the postseason. So do we. 5-4-1 is pretty poor, but 1-6-3. That is very bad. That is 9 losses in their last 10 games. So hopefully we can maybe take advantage of their bad play. I did not mean to press B there, but let's go. Of course, we are in New York. First period, 1-0 for Philly. Ghost with a goal. Of course, he lost his second pairing ice time, so he might be a little upset, but we move on. Second period, we're up 2-1. Panarin ends up tying it, but Morozov gets his first ever postseason goal with the Philadelphia Flyers, and we're up 2-1. Heading into the third, outshooting them by about half a dozen, but not too bad. A power play for Philly. We weren't able to score on it, but halfway through the period, and we still have the lead, although a power play for New York could change that, and, well, the power play won't, but right after the power play expires, Marcus Pettersson ties the game once again, and it's 2-2 heading into the last few minutes, and we have just hit 40 shots this game. So Elvis Merzlikins currently with 38 saves. That's insane. We go to overtime, and Brant Clark, only 48 seconds into overtime, their first shot, the only shot of the overtime period, gets the goal and gets the win for the New York Rangers. Elvis Merzlikins with a 38 save game. Carter Hart, unfortunately, letting in 3 goals on 25 shots. So obviously, I think the only story to that one was we got outdueled by Elvis Merzlikins. He was the better goalie in that game. So let's see if we can bring it back here in Game 2. Let's go. First period, 1-1. Nathan Westcott and Alexis Lafreniere with the goals. 12 to 14 are the shots in favor of New York. Second period now. We are now trailing 2-1 heading into the third. Oliver Ekman-Larsson with a goal. We are now out shooting New York, though, by quite a few. But we are trailing by 1. Let's see if we can bring it back here. And Alexis Lafreniere makes it 3-1 for New York early in the period. We still have time. Morgan Frost answers back not too long after that Lafreniere goal, and we have a power play opportunity. Still trailing by 1, but we got half a period to go. We definitely got time. It's just, can we get one by Merzlikins? We can. Sean Couturier makes it a 3-3 game late in the period, and we have forced an overtime this time. All right. Overtime period. Can we do what they did and come back and get the win? A power play for New York, which we were able to kill off, as New York is going off right now. That first half of the period was all New York. Power play for Philly. We are unable to capitalize on it as we come down to the final minutes of the overtime period. And we will be going to a second overtime period. 3-3 still, of course. Let's see who wins it. It will be Claude Giroux, the captain, gets us the win, the 40th shot of the night, and that was a great game. A great rebound and a great comeback from Philadelphia. That was awesome. So we tie the series, and then we head to Philadelphia, which is very good. 2 overtime games so far. Of course, literally just one shot has made the difference in each game. Will that continue here in Philly? We shall see. Let's go. First period of Game 3. We're up 2-1. Scott and Provorov with the goals for us, and Kakko with a goal. Late in the period, cuts the lead in half, so that's a pretty big goal for New York. Let's go to the second period now. We're up 3-1. Joel Farabee gets postseason, and we have a reasonable lead now that I hope we can hold on to. Let's see what we can do in the third period. We do have a 2-goal lead, a power play opportunity. That would make it huge if we scored on the power play, but that obviously we did not. That would have been probably the dagger, but 3-1 as we head into the final quarter of the period. It's looking good. 30 shots to 21 right now. Oh my god, I did not realize the shot total. Holy frig. Elvis Merzlikins, though, still with 34 saves is insane. And there we go. We do win Game 3. Carter Hart with a 20-save game. He didn't really get challenged much at all that game, but we have a 2-1 series lead now. Let's continue to build with that, and let's see what we can do here in Game 4. Of course, again in Philadelphia. So far, home ice has been split. Will they be able to take Game 4? I hope not. Let's go. First period of Game 4, 1-1, Inglis and Ghost with the goals. We outshot them 16-4. So the fact that New York escaped this period with a tie game is pretty damn lucky. Second period now, and it is 4-3 for New York. A big period there. Gallagher, Couturier, power play goal from Kane, power play goal from Kravtsov, and Phil Myers with a goal. So all 5 of those goals coming within the first 9 minutes. Well, in between 9 minutes from each other, and in the first 10 minutes. So that's insane. We are out shooting them 29-14. Carter Hart has given up 4 goals on 14 shots right now. That is just unacceptable, to be honest. Power play for Philly, power play for New York. We trade power plays, both teams unable to capitalize on them. As we hit the halfway mark of the third period, still trailing by 1. Can we get one here late? It's not looking good. 1 minute to go, and that will be the game. The crazy second period will decide the game, and it's a 2-2 series now. Alright, so this series is pretty close as expected. We are both pretty damn even teams, both finishing essentially with the same record of 46-36. So, yeah, I mean, as you'd expect, a pretty even series, I guess. But pretty much every game so far has been decided by 1 goal as we head to Game 5. Now just a best of 3 in this series. We only need to win 2 games. We've done it already this series. Let's win another 2. First period of Game 5. We're down 1-0 after 1. Patrick Kane with the lone goal of the period. All right. Second period now. Still 1-0 for New York. We are out shooting them now, though. But unfortunately, we still trail heading into the third. Let's see if we can come back here. Power play for New York. We are able to kill it off. And Ivan Provorov with a huge goal there to tie this game and keep us in this game, to really keep us in this series, because going down 3-2 would not be good. But only a few minutes to go here in the game, and we are going to have our third overtime game of this so far 5-game series. All right, let's go. Overtime period, and 32 seconds into the period, Joel Farabee gets the goal and gives us the win. Elvis Merzlikins with 31 saves and Carter Hart with 26. Not bad at all. So there we go. We have the 3-2 series lead and the fourth of the 5 games this series to be decided by 1 goal. We head to Philadelphia. We have a 50% win rate in Philly. Let's see if we can close out this series here in 6 games. An early power play for New York, which they do not capitalize on. And after their power play, Couturier gets a goal, and then Nathan Westcott gets a goal later in the period to give us a 2-0 lead heading into the second frame. Nathan Westcott scored on a horrendous angle, especially since he is a righty. That's awful. Second period now. We are still up 2-0. We are outshooting them by quite a lot. Let's see if we can close out this game. Third period here. And Weston Stasiak gets his first of the postseason to give us a 3-0 lead. And guys, that could be it. That could be it for the Rangers. Have yet to even hit 20 shots. I say that. They hit 20 shots and Vitaly Kravtsov gets a goal. So they're still in this game, but they're running out of time. This should be the series over. And Jameson Reese with an empty netter just to close out the game. But we win. We win their first round against the New York Rangers. Weston Stasiak with a huge game with a goal and 2 assists there. Carter Hart with another big game there as well with 1 saves. Now, Carter Hart wasn't really challenged that much, but he did good with what he faced. So that is not bad. A lot of sweeps, though. That was a pretty quick first round in all fairness. We move on to the second round to face the Columbus Blue Jackets, who we faced multiple times, and I think Columbus was the team that eliminated us last season, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see what our team's looking like right now. So currently the only point per game player is Sean Couturier, but Farabee with 5, Konechny and Frost with 4, Westcott, Provorov, Go, Stasiak, Mayu, Reese, all with 3, Morozov with 1, as well Honka, Bouchard, Patrick, Rupstov, Comtois, and Hadfield yet to get a point, and they're all minuses, but Nolan Patrick, only 1 assist in that series. Pretty poor. Goalies, Carter Hart with a 9.21 and a 2.04 isn't all that bad, but of course he got us through that series, and we're on to the second one, so that's what matters most. Let's go and see what the Columbus Blue Jackets look like this year, because they were good last season. Let's see if they're still good. Columbus, Alex Texier, Max Domi, and Patrick Laine, so I actually don't think that changed at all. And Pierre Lemaire, scared to go up against this guy again, playing with Adam Ruzicka and Jeremy Bracca. Why Podkolzin and Sillinger aren't on that second or even top line, I do not know, but I don't know how to make a team, so Sam Bennett, Colson, an 89, and Vasily Podkolzin at an 88 on the third line. Then Emil Bemstrom, Ryan McLeod, and Jack Kopaka on the third line. Defense still pretty solid as well. Werenski, Jones still the top pairing. Then Dumba, Vakanainen, and then Bowie and Bodie on the third pairing. And Philip Gustafsson is back once again. This guy ruined us last season, and he is playing fantastic throughout the first series. Columbus swept whoever their opponents were. Let's see if I can see. I'm guessing the Caps, maybe? I'm guessing. That would make sense, I guess. Caps or Hurricanes, probably. But, yeah, this team is still pretty solid. And Philip Gustafson has been on his game. So, we'll see what series number two. We do have home ice advantage. Let's see if that helps us in any way. First period of game 1. Holy shit. A 4-3 game. 3 straight goals from Philly, then 3 straight goals from Columbus, and a goal at the end of the period to just to top it off from Evan Bouchard. So Phoenix Copley is in net. I'm guessing our backup is probably in net as well, but let's go over this. Giroux, Comtois, and Konechny score 3 goals in just about 3 minutes. Then Bennett, Texier, and Ruzicka score 3 goals in about 3.5 minutes. And then Evan Bouchard, about 3 minutes after Ruzicka's goal, regains the lead for us. And that's an insane period. A 7-goal first period so far. Goaltending is not the strong suit of this series. 10-9 are the shots, though. Let's see what the second period looks like. If this further has any indication of what the series could be, this could be insane. Second period, it is 4-4. Jack Kopaka scores on Carter Hart, so Carter Hart still is in net. But we'll roll with it. Let's go. Third period now, a tie game, 4-4. That's a crazy tie game, especially considering we're heading into the third. The power play for Columbus, which we are able to kill off. 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes. Still a tie game. 30 shots now for Columbus, and we will be going to overtime for the 4th time this postseason. Now against Columbus, though, of course. So the overtime frame, let's see what happens. And another comeback against us. Vasily Podkolzin with the game winner with the 5th goal of the night for Columbus. And Phoenix Copley did very well there. Yeah, Alex Texier had 7 hits, my god. Well, a 1-goal game there in game number 1, and we're down 1-0 in the series for the second time this postseason. Let's see if we can bounce back in game 2 like we did in round 1, I believe. Let's go, Philly. First period, we're down 1-0. Texier on the power play gets a goal, and it is 1-0 for Columbus. Shots are pretty even at 6 and 7. Alright, second period, still 1-0. 21-16 are the shots. Third period, still trailing by 1. Philip Gustafson yet to give one up this game. Can we change that here in the third? Maybe on the power play here. We aren't able to on the power play. 5 minutes to go, and it's not looking good. Another power play late in the game, please. Matt Dumba unfortunately gets an empty netter to close out this game, and that was a very, very even game. A 32-save shutout for Philip Gustafson gets Columbus the 2-0 series lead, and we, again, just... Columbus is a wall we cannot break through, I guess, right now. We have struggled against them so much. Now going to Columbus, down 2-0 in the series. Let's go. Period number 1 of game 3. We're up 1-0. All right, Captain Giroux with a power play goal relatively late in the period gets the lone goal of the first. Sorry, guys, I just woke up. Gets the lone goal of the period. We have over triple their shots right now, my lord. Second period now, we're up 2-0. Nolan Patrick gets his first goal of the postseason with 18 seconds to go. That's a bit of a ball breaker if you're Columbus, because about to go in the third, trailing by 1, and with less than 20 seconds to go, we're able to make it a 2-0 lead. Come on, guys, let's close out this game. I believe in us. Let's close out this game. We don't even need another goal, but just keep Columbus off the score sheet. A power play goal for Travis Konechny makes it 3-0, and that could be enough. I hope it is. 5 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. We should be good, and that will be a 3-0 win for the Philadelphia Flyers and a 25-save shutout for Carter Hart. So Gustafsson gets a shutout. Carter Hart answers back with a shutout of his own. Beautiful. I saw Nolan Patrick got 2 points there, so he had more points that game than he did the entire series of round 1. So every series so far in the second round is 2-1. Unfortunately, we're on the losing end of it right now, but it is 2-1 instead of 3-0, so that is massive, of course. First period of Game 4. Let's see. Okay, Nathan Westcott, before I could even click A, scores the opening goal of the game on the first shot of the game. We have a 4-goal first period. Claude Giroux, Travis Konechny, and Ivan Provorov with the goals, and 4-0. Phoenix Copley's in net once again. And there we go. We have maybe figured out a way to solve Gustafsson. If so, that will be massive. We are getting outshot, but so far all is good. Second period now. We're up 5-0. A power play goal for Evan Bouchard. That is 5 straight goals for Philadelphia. And I'm pretty sure Columbus just got 2 shots that period. That's insane. This game, I would say, is all but over, but we'll see what happens. You truly never know. So let's see how this game ends up. But Nolan Patrick gets another goal this postseason and makes it 6-0 for Philadelphia. Power play for Philly late in the period, late in the game, but we do not capitalize. But that is okay because we have a 2-2 series and a 6-0 destruction over the Columbus Blue Jackets. 22 shutout for Carter Hart. That is back-to-back shutouts in Columbus. That is insane. In Columbus, we are 9-0 in goals right now. That is a huge game, and that was a statement game if I've ever seen one. We now have another 3-game series, so let's see what we can do here in the last 3. So far, home ice has meant absolutely nothing. Let's see if we can change that around here and win game 5. I almost said game 3. Period number 1. All right, that's 3 straight goals for Columbus. That's 3 goals in about 3.5 minutes. We're trailing by 3 after 1, but we can answer back. 12-12 are the shots. Second period. Wilcox is in net, unfortunately. Gustafsson gets a goal, or sorry, not Gustafsson. Farabee gets a goal on Gustafsson to make it 3-1, but then Ruzicka and Podkolzin makes it 5-1, and this game, I'd say, is almost chalked already. We have a statement game of a 6-0 victory over Columbus, and now it is a 6-1, make it 7-1 game for Columbus in the following game, and of course, Ryan McLeod scored from center ice. I love that. It's fine. And that will be the game. A 7-1 victory for Columbus there. And that's the series lead. Back to the Blue Jackets. That is not good at all. And now again, every series is 3-2. I do want to take a look at Wilcox stats because that was an awful game. Eesh. Jesus. I mean, Carter Hart's still doing good. Obviously, he's had higher stats before, but he's still doing solid. So, all right. We now have our backs against the wall. We've got 2 games to close this out. Let's see if we can do it. We got to win the last 2. Period number 1 of game number 6. Again, home ice has meant absolutely nothing so far. Let's see if that continues. Westcott, Texier, and Farabee with the goals. Up 2-1 after 1. Not bad. 12-11 are the shots in favor of us as well. Second period now. It's 2-2. Alex Texier gets his second of the game. His team in this game. And we've got a tie game heading into the third period. Let's see what happens. Vasily Podkolzin immediately as the period starts makes it 3-2 for Columbus, a power play for Columbus, which we do kill off, but we are trailing. But Travis Konechny, game back, and there we go. Halfway through the period, almost on the dot, and we have a game here, and it's looking like another overtime game. A power play late in the period for us, which we weren't able to capitalize on. We definitely had probably a 5-on-4. Well, I was thinking maybe a 6-on-4, but I don't know. That's risky in a tie game. Let's go to overtime, though. Let's see what happens. We are still on the power play. We do not score on the power play, though. Power play for Columbus. One shot, and this completely changes your offseason. Evan Bouchard, though, gets that one shot we need, and that is a Game 7 on the way. Alex Texier, the first star, with two goals, but we have a Game 7 on hand here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Nice. Game 7. We have 2 Game 7s in the East. We have a Game 7 in the West. Chicago, the only series to not, or Chicago and Colorado, I guess, the only series to not go to 7 games. Let's see what we can do here in Game 7. Like I said, home ice has meant absolutely nothing this series. Can we change that around here? We have to if we want to win. Victor Hadfield, let's go. First goal of the postseason in his career opens up the scoring before I could even press A. But it's still 1-1. Alex Texier with 27 seconds left gets a goal for Columbus, and my God, 17 saves for Carter Hart in the first period. That's a lot. Oh God, getting outshot 18-7 currently. That's never good. Second period now. It is 2-1 for Columbus. Technically, Laine and Texier only scored a minute apart from each other. And we definitely had a better period that one, but we weren't able to score on Gustafsson, so we are trailing by 1 heading into the third period of Game 7. An early power play opportunity for Philly, and it's a long one. Maxim Comtois right off the power play ties the game, and we've got a 2-2 game, ladies? I was going to say ladies and gents, and then I wanted to say lads. Power play again. Evan Bouchard on the power play gives us the lead in Game 7. Claude Giroux makes it 4-2. There's only 4 minutes to go. 2 minutes. 1 minute. We're going to the Eastern Conference Final, baby. Let's go. Ooh. All right. A crazy third period there. 3 straight goals for Philadelphia, and that gives us the Game 7 win. This team is resilient, to say the least, and we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals yet again. This is like the 3rd or 4th time, I think, that we've made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. We have Chicago versus Edmonton in the West, Tampa versus Philly in the East. Damn. All right, let's go and take a look at what our players are looking like right now. Let's see. So we've got 10 points from Konechny and Farabee, 9 from Couturier and Frost, 8 from Westcott and Patrick, or Nolan Patrick with 7 points that series. So point per game player throughout that series is very needed. Claude Giroux with 7. Evan Bouchard, obviously 4 goals. He's doing great with 6 points as well. Provorov with 6. Ghost 5 with Myers and Reese. Stasiak and Rupstov with 4 points. Comtois, Morozov, and Honka all with 2. And Victor Hadfield, of course, with a huge goal there in Game 7 with his lone point of the postseason so far. Carter Hart stats are a little low, but you know what? Again, he got us through that series. We're going to continue to roll with it, of course. Let's go and take a look at what the Tampa Bay Lightning look like nowadays. I'm sure they're still pretty good. Let's see. Tampa Bay. Teuvo Teravainen, Alex Wenberg, and Nikita Kucherov at a 93. Oliver Bjorkstrand, Alex Barré-Boulet. Yep. He's pretty good. 84. Of course. Yeah. Played for Philly 3 seasons. Just a couple of seasons ago, so he's going to want this series a lot. Andre Kasha rounds out that second line. Their third line of an 85 Sorelli, 84 Velarde, and 81 Tierney. And then their fourth line of 82s across the board. Jason Dickinson, Jesper Boqvist, and Warren Foegele. Defensively, it doesn't really get much easier. Victor Hedman at an 87 now at 37 years old with Mikhail Kev, then Dylan Coughlin with Shea Theodore and Gustav Forsling and Logan Stanley. They need some right-handed defensemen. Andrei Vasilevsky, of course, the goalie. Yeah, this one will be interesting. That's for sure. Tampa is a very solid team still, obviously, with 53 wins. Were they the President's Cup winners, President's Trophy winners this season? Let's see. Oh no, Washington was right. Yes, they actually finished third, but that's insane. Washington, 59, 18, and 5. I didn't even realize how good they did. That's crazy. One of the best seasons ever in the NHL. So let's go, lads. Let's go. Let's see what happens here in the Eastern Conference Finals, period number 1 of Game 1 here in Round 3. Sergachev and Coughlin with the goals to make it 2-0 for Tampa after 1. 15 to 10 are the shots in favor of Tampa as well, so that period was pretty much all Tampa. Second period now, we're trailing 4-1. Westcott got a power play goal, but then Dickinson and Kucherov with a power play goal of his own makes it 4-1, and not looking good heading into the third period here, but we've come off adversity multiple times. Can we do it again? Power play for Philly. Another power play for Philly. If we score on those, it's a 1-goal game. And on the power play for Tampa, Warren Foegele makes it 5-1, and that will be the dagger. Nolan Patrick gets a late power play goal, but too little, too late. And that is a 5-2 victory in Game 1 for Tampa. A hat trick of assists for Andre Kasha and Vasilevsky with 27 saves. I mean, Carter Hart had 30 saves, but he also let up 5 goals. So, yeah, we need to definitely score more. As we head into game number 2, let's see what we can do. Let's go. First period of game 2, 1-0 for Tampa. A Nikita Kucherov goal makes it 1-0. Second period, it is 2-1. All right, Couturier and Giroux, our old boys, stepping up, both getting inside the goalie's crease to score those goals. And we're out shooting them, and we have a 1-goal lead. Let's see if we can build off those 2 straight goals here in the third. Tampa had a power play start of the period, but we were able to kill it off. And Morgan Frost makes it 3-1. And honestly, I don't even know if Morgan Frost has scored a goal yet this postseason. If he has, I don't think it's been many. So that's a goal for him at least. And only a few minutes to go. We should be able to close this game out. And we will. All right, a 3-1 victory over Tampa Bay there in Game 2. A 27-save game for Carter Hart. And we've got a 1-1 series, guys. Let's go. It's 1-1 in both conference finals right now. All right, Joel Farabee got 2 points that game, I believe. Let's see what we can do here in Game 3. Can we take a series lead for the first time in a while? Let's see. First period of Game 3 now in Philly. We're up 2-1. All right, Gabe Velarde opened the scoring, but a power play goal from Phil Myers makes it 1-1, and then with less than a minute to go, Claude Giroux makes it 2-1. That is a huge, huge goal. Shots are even at 8-8, but we have the lead. Second period now, we're up 4-2. Nolan Patrick on the power play. Nikita Kucherov made it a 1-goal game, but then Victor Hadfield on a roll now gets his second in the last, 4 games? Not bad. Makes it 4-2 for Philly, and we have another 2-goal lead heading into the third period. A power play early in the period for us. A really long power play, which we weren't able to capitalize on. So someone just got a game misconduct, but halfway through the third, a power play for Tampa now. They do not score, thankfully, and into the last quarter of the period. Let's see, and a 5-2 game right now. Nathan Westcott with an empty netter makes it 5-2, and there we go. 28 save game for Carter Hart. Phil Mo with, I think, the eventual game winner, an assist, and a couple of hits that game. So a 2-1 series lead for us. The team's orange with the series lead currently. Orange is superior. Alright, so that's 2 straight wins. Can we make it 3 straight wins here and make it a 3-1 series again in Philly? Let's see what we can do. First period. Alright, we're down 1-0. Nikita Kucherov, I think, has scored in every single game so far. This guy's on a mission. Alright, down 1-0 after 1. We are out shooting them by a handful of shots, but we are trailing in the game. Second period, can we bring it back? We cannot. As of right now, we are getting outshot. And yeah, let's hit the third. Let's see what happens. Only need 1 goal to tie this game right now, and German Rupstov will be the one to do it. But then Travis Konechny, 43 seconds later, gives us the lead, and Andre Kasha, just a couple of minutes later, ties the game up for Tampa once again. All right, fantastic third period so far. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute to go, and we're going to overtime again. So many overtime games so far this postseason. All right, overtime period. This one means a lot. We score 3-1 series. Tampa scores 2-2 series. Come on, Philly. Come on, a power play for Tampa. And on the power play, Warren Foegele with his second power play goal of this series. That's a 31 save for for Andrei Vasilevskiy, sorry. And that is a 2-2 series. Both series now 2-2 in the conference finals. I was really hoping we could take the lead there by 2 games, but unfortunately we cannot. And yet again, another best-of-3 series for Philadelphia. We've had a 6-game series, a 7-game series, and this one will be at least a 6-game series. Back in Tampa Bay, first period. Let's see what happens. 0-0 after 1, a very even period. No goals. Shots are tied. All right, second period now. It is still 0-0. 25-16 are the shots now in favor of us, though we went off that period with, what is that, 18 shots? Third period. Who will get the first goal of the game? Perhaps a power play goal for Philadelphia, and it will be Nolan Patrick with yet another power play goal, and that is a 1-0 lead for Philadelphia. All right, 5 minutes to go here, and Alex Wenberg with just over 4 minutes to go ties this game, and we're going to overtime for the second straight game. That is a huge goal from Wenberg there. Overtime. Tampa has 20 shots to our almost 40. And they've yet to get a shot. Here's our 40th shot of the night. We almost have double their shots. Basically staying over double. And let's go. Thank God Joel Farabee scored there. Still 45 saves from Andrei Vasilevskiy is insane. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Thankfully, though, we take a 3-2 series lead. Again, the orange teams with the 3-2 series lead. We could know the Stanley Cup final tonight. Let's see if we can do it. Game 6 in Philadelphia. Let's do it, guys. First period of Game 6 to close out this series and ensure a Stanley Cup playoff appearance, sorry. Fuck. 0-0 after 1. 8-7 of the shots in favor of Tampa. Even first period once again, though. Second period now. We are trailing by 1. Andre Kasha with a goal. And that's a 1-0 game so far. 16-21 are the shots. We are outshooting them, but we are trailing by 1. Let's see if we can bring it back here in the third. A power play for Tampa, which we do kill off. Quarter of the way through the period already. A power play for us, which we do not capitalize on. Halfway through the period, and we are still trailing by 1. Just kidding. Gabe Velarde makes it 2. And this has Game 7 written all over it, doesn't it? It sure does. Oh, wait, Joel Farabee with 45 seconds to go. Okay, damn it. I was not expecting a Farabee goal there. I was expecting an empty netter, but Farabee made it a 1-goal game. But again, too little, too late, unfortunately. A 30-save game there for Andrei Vasilevsky, and we do know one team that is going to the Stanley Cup final. It'll be the Edmonton Oilers, and I would imagine Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl still there with them. Game 7 to determine their matchup back in Tampa Bay. Let's see what we can do. First period of Game 7. We're gonna slow sim it all. Why not? It's already been a 40-minute video. An early power play in this game for Philly. Another power play for Tampa. Another power play for Philly. Both teams going back and forth. Another power play for Philly. A long one, too. We go 0-3 on the power play to start off this game. That is really sad. 0-3 in the first period on the power play. That hurts a lot. We are outshooting them by almost double the shots, but that sucks. We just needed 1 there. Second period. Let's see what happens. Scoreless after the first 20. Alright. Come on, Philly. Come on. Halfway through the game. A power play. A Nolan Patrick power play goal yet again. Gives us the 1-goal lead by Dylan Coughlin. Makes it 1-1. Just every time I get a shimmer of hope, they're just like, nah, not happening. And another tie game after 40 minutes. 23-21 are the shots in favor of Tampa. In favor of Philly. Third period, a 1-1 came. Just kidding. Nikita Kucherov, less than a minute into the period, makes it a 1-goal lead for Tampa. A power play for Tampa, please. Oh. A power play goal for Alex Winberg in the Tampa Bay Lightning will make this a 3-1 game as we head into the final 5 minutes of this period. It's not looking good, guys. I'm slowing the sim down a lot. Let's see if we can bring it back here. Down by 2 with just over 3 minutes to go. Come on, Philly. I believe, man. Come on. Let's go. Julius Honka makes it a 1-goal game, and we still got 2 minutes. Come on. Please. 1.5. Oh, my God. 60 seconds to go, please. 30 seconds to go. Come on. 10 seconds to go. And we choke the series. Oh, no. We were so close to another Stanley Cup final. And I just can't help but think that will be the last time we get to see Claude Giroux in the postseason. Damn. That really sucks. Tampa is the eventual Stanley Cup winners as well. Our AHL team won the Calder Cup. I didn't even pay attention, but we were so close. But 20 games in 3 series is insane. My God, what a close postseason it was. 16 points from Joel Farabee led the way. 14 from Morgan Frost. Like I said, yeah, he only had 2 goals. Nathan Westcott, Nolan Patrick, Travis Konechny, and Sean Couturier all with 13 points. Claude Giroux with 11, Evan Bouchard with 20, or not 20, sorry, 10. Jesus. He was a -6, though. Ivan Provorov with 9, Phil Myers with 7, Shane Gostisbehere, Jamieson Reese with 6, Rupstov with 5, Stasiak with 4, Haka with 3, Hatfield and Morozov with 2. So close to the Stanley Cup final, but unfortunately we weren't able to close out that series against Tampa, and we go down in the Eastern Conference Finals in Game 7 in heartbreaking fashion, to be honest. And that is yet again another failed postseason attempt, but that will be the end of today's video, guys. Hopefully you did all enjoy. I'm sorry, I was really hoping to get us into the Stanley Cup final, but unfortunately we weren't able to. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Tune in for the next one, and we will see if Claude Giroux retires or not. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.